We're recording. Are we recording? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, we're going to get started. So, if you just want to like introduce yourself, tell us where you're from and how long you've been in the business and how you got started.
Okay. My name is Brittany Curtis. I started August 21st, 2015, so it's been 16 months this month. I live in Johnson City, Tennessee. I started because I saw Haley posting on social media, and I was so scared. I was like, I want to do that, but I'm really scared what other people think. Like, I wouldn't be any good at something like that. So I just liked her pictures, and then one day she messaged me and said, "Hey girl, are you thinking about joining my team?" And my jaw hit the floor. I was like, actually I am. And so I had her call me and she gave me some information. I was like, okay, let's do this. And I started and I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all in. So I went for it.
Awesome. And, so you're a diamond right now, right?
Yes.
So can you just tell us about like a little bit about your journey so far, like your first like couple months going, like when you were pushing for Ruby, how you decided you wanted to go diamond? Like, I don't know, did you see this as being like a full-time thing? Were you working when you got started?
Okay, so I started in August 2015. I got to the 400 Club my first month. September, I went executive, and I signed Chris, who's my fiance, up that month. Then October, I went Ruby. I got my $500 bonus. Chris went Ruby in November and got his $500 bonus. And then I didn't promote again until March, and I double promoted. I went Emerald and Diamond that month and earned $24,000 in good bonuses. So that was pretty awesome.
Nice. Now, were you working or going to school when you signed up?
Yes, I was taking like 18 or 20 hours of college. I worked at a grocery store about 15 hours a week, and I worked 5 hours a week on campus for a scholarship.
Okay, so I didn't like say I was going to talk to you about this, so I'm kind of just going to go with it. How did you like being that busy? Because like I know like some of my girls are in college and working full time and like trying to balance all of this. Like, how did you find a balance between working your business and like being successful with it and balancing like your personal life, school, work, all that stuff?
Well, what I would do is either the night before or like that morning, I would set my alarm a little earlier. I would schedule all my posts for the day. I'd make them out. I'd put my phone on airplane mode, go to Instagram, type up the post, and then it would fail. So throughout the day, I could just hit the little refresh button and post them as I wanted with just one click. So that was helpful. In between classes, I'd follow 100 people. I'd do it before I left when I got home. And then, I'd take maybe just like an hour at night. It works for an hour, and then I do schoolwork and message people back while I was doing homework. And I mean, I'm kind of a homebody, so I don't have that much of a social life, but I mean, I still, saw friends every now and then and stuff.
Well, you're engaged, so that's like,
Yeah, well, that's more recent. That's just
from that. What was that?
We just got engaged in October, so that's like kind of recent.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
So I know you were saying like you're saying that you would take like an hour to put aside for it works at nighttime. Do you feel like that was like enough time for you to like work your business and get done what you needed to do?
Yeah, because like with posting throughout the day and following throughout the day, that hour was just to message people, to follow up with people, to help them order, that sort of thing. So I would just get all those messages out and everything to who I'd been talking to and follow-ups. And then as I would do my homework, when I would see messages pop up, I would just message them back real quick. So yeah, definitely was enough time for me.
So you just like basically do like a power hour after you like did your posting throughout the day. Awesome. So I know you said you were saying yesterday like that you signed. How many customers did you get by the end of the month, by the end of the day yesterday?
14 for last.
Do you normally sign that many customers? Like,
I mean, I've signed 10 before, maybe 11, but that's probably only been once or twice.
I mean, that's still a lot, though.
I'll just kind of tell you guys what happened. So I have my bachelor's degree in exercise science. This summer I had to intern 480 hours that was May, June, and July. So when I started that, like I started strong. I was still working my business, doing everything, and then I just got lazy and made excuses. So basically May, June, and July, I posted and I followed, but I didn't message and I didn't follow up very much at all. So my business went to crap. And then in August, I was like, okay, I need this. Chris was gone for the entire month of August. He's a professional disc golfer, so he travels every single weekend like he's gone right now. But in July and August, he's gone, weeks and months. So I was alone for the first time since we'd moved out for more than a few days. That month changed everything for me. I had depleted my savings almost at that point. And I called Haley and I was like, okay, I need this. I'm sorry that I haven't been working like I need to. And at that point, I kind of felt like I forgot how to work my business. I was like, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know how to message people. I don't know what to say. So she helped me a lot. She told me exactly what to say, exactly what to message. And I just started messaging tons of people. And August, I signed 6 customers. And then from there, September, I filled out my steps to success, and it just went up from there. So I think where I've worked consistently for months now, I've just built up that momentum and not let up.
So you kind of experienced what happens when you promote, because I know when I promoted to Diamond, and then the next month I was pushing for double, and it didn't happen, but I had a lot of volume, and I was like, oh, I don't have to worry about maintaining, and I just kind of was like, oh, I'm just gonna breathe, and I took that 1 month off, and it just was not that I took it off, I was still posting and all that, but I wasn't messaging like I had been and following up as much as I was, and I mean, you just can it just falls so fast. So, you went through the same thing. That's awesome that you, got back into it, though, because a lot of people, get to that point and they're like, well, whatever, I'm just not going to do this.
Yeah, and I think a big thing is, I just forgot what I was going to say. With, LCs and DTs, Jade said this on the Zoom the other night. She said, you have to pick, do you want to be a mass enroller of customers, or do you want to be a mass enroller of distributors? Because if you try and do both, you're going to find yourself struggling to fill out your steps to success.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good at signing distributors, and, I'm really good at getting people started and, keeping them. But I'm definitely better at getting customers.
Me too.
I know that's, what I'm meant to be a mass enroller in.
So how many times a day, so on a daily basis, what are you working, or you're in school now, or you're just you at works?
Okay. So I wanted to kind of tell you guys this. I've not really told anybody this, and I just want to get it off my chest. So in August, when I was getting close to God and Chris was gone, I was trying to figure out how I was going to pay my rent by myself and all these things. I was applying to physical therapy school since I was 15 years old. That's been what Brittany Curtis was going to do with her life. My cousin lost his legs in Afghanistan, and when he went to be rehabilitated and I saw him walk again, that's just what I knew I wanted to do with my life. He passed away, I guess, 4 or 5 years ago now, and so I was doing all this in his honor. And August came, I went to apply to PT school. I paid all my fees. Even though I didn't really have the money to pay them, and I got an interview, and the way they only accept 30 to 100 people depending on the program. So if you get an interview and you did early admission like I did, you cannot deny acceptance. You can't. You have to go. And I'm 20 years old, guys. That was a big deal to start my doctorate at 21.
That's
so
crazy.
we had to watch this video before we did the interview. It was like online where questions just pop up and you just answer them. Before that, we had to watch a video, and they talked about how you couldn't have a job, how you weren't going to have a life for 2 years, how you were going to have to travel all the time. And I had a panic attack. And God told me that that wasn't my journey anymore. And that was hard. Like, this is something that I'd wanted for years and years and years. And I felt like I was failing Derek. I felt like I was a failure. But It Works is my journey. This is what God led me to do. And as hard as that was for me to give up on something that I wanted so badly for so long and worked so hard for, like, it's not what I wanted anymore. And like, this company makes me nervous. Like, it scares me. I'm good at it, but just, I guess it's like, I have so much potential with this company. It's just scary, but I know that this is what God brought me to do. So August was a big month for me. And like, you have to have that why you joined, why you want this. And it has to be so deep and so passionate that nothing's going to stop you. Because when I started, I just wanted to quit my job at Food City, and I did that. I saw that I could go diamond, so I went. And then I was like, cool, I'm just going to chill. And my whole world fell apart. So, August changed me a lot. And my why is so deep now. Like, I don't think I could not do my daily stuff. So I just wanted to share that with you. But daily, when I first started back, I got this. It's like a little clear plastic thing, and I use a dry erase marker. So every day, like, I would message at least 100 new people, add 30 friends on Facebook, unfollow people who weren't following me back, follow at least 500 people a day, post my 3-3 rule, message anyone like in my calendar. And then I would, of course, watch a personal development video every single day. Guys, you have to fill your cup every day. Since August, I've read a book constantly. I read You Are a Badass first. Haley bought it for me because in August I was so poor. Like, I literally couldn't even buy a $10 book, guys. Like, that's where I was. It was bad. So she bought me that book, and I read it. And God, you just need to read that book if you've not read it. So
I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, I always am reading a book on top of my personal development videos. And then every single day I pray, I meditate, I read my affirmations list, and then I read a chapter of whatever book I'm reading, or like 10 pages or whatever, and I read a chapter of my Bible. And Tiffany Herr made a video. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called God's Timing is Not Always Your Timing. That video, guys, I've not missed a Sunday of church since she made that video. And I can tell you, every single Sunday I've been to church, my sermon has been about something that has related to this business that I needed to hear. So my relationship with God has gone up. Like, I've always been a Christian. I've always had a relationship with God, but my relationship with God has gotten so strong. And as a result, my business has gotten strong. So that's something that's really important to me, and I make him part of my life and every day. And I think that's something that's made a huge difference for me personally. So that's what I do every single day. That's like my minimums. Something I've recently started doing, follow-up Friday. I sit down all day and follow up with people. But if there's like a Friday I know I can't follow up as much, or that I don't want to just sit down for 10 hours that day and follow up, what I've been doing is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll follow up for 15 minutes on Instagram, Facebook, and then my text messages. So I'll do 15 minutes on each. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll do 30 minutes on each. So that guarantees that I'm constantly following up with people. I think until August, I didn't realize how important follow-ups are. Like, that's the most important thing you can do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
So obviously you had like a lot going on. So like, I know like this time of the year they say is like, like the slow season. So like you kind of like answered it already. Like, yeah, like you're like staying motivated through this. Like, you've just been like pouring into yourself. Like
Yeah.
making sure that you're like filling your cup every day.
I think a lot of us lose motivation at some point. We all do. Like, it's part of this business. I think a lot of us don't realize, like, a lot of people don't realize this business is taxing on your body, like, in your mind. Like, you have to take care of yourself. So, worrying about being able to pay my rent is pretty darn good motivation. So,
Yeah.
That's what it took for me to get to a place where I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not the kind of, he makes good money with what he does. He does not care at all to give me the money, but I'm the type of person who wants to be independent. I want to pay my part of the bills on my own. If I take a cent from you, like, I'm going to have a panic attack because I just don't take money from people. I don't do that. I don't like owing people, which, of course, with Chris, I don't owe him anything, but I just don't like doing that. So that was what it took for me. I had to hit rock bottom, and some of us have to get there, but some of you don't. So if you can just work your business and bust your butt every day and not hit rock bottom, like, you go. That's what you do.
So, like, when you, like, went through those couple months that you weren't, like, giving it your all, did you find it hard to, like, get your team back on board? Like, did your team lose momentum when you lost momentum?
Definitely. Yeah, I had people quit. I had people just not doing anything because I wasn't doing anything. And, you kind of get in that place where you're like, well, why isn't everybody else doing anything? My paycheck's dropping. Well, it's my check. So, like, that's my responsibility, not my team. But something Carrie always says that I love is your income will never exceed your personal growth. And that is so true, guys. Like, if you don't take personal development seriously, please take that seriously. I can't not stress how important doing personal development is every day. And one of my girls who's actually on here today, we had a Zoom, just me and her today at the beginning of the month. I like to talk to my girls individually. And she said that she was going to record her affirmations and, listen to it in the shower every day. So I print mine off, like just a short one, and read it to myself while I pray and meditate and all that. But I typed up this huge long thing after we got off Zoom tonight, and I recorded it, and it's like 6 minutes long, and I'm going to listen to that every single day when I get in the shower. Like, you have to know what you want. If you guys haven't watched The Secret, like, if you guys watched The Secret, please tell me you've watched that.
We were just talking about that today. I'm like, anyone who hasn't watched The Secret, go watch it today.
I watched that the first time last year on Chris's birthday, November 16th. I had not signed a customer.
That's my mom's birthday.
Is it?
Sorry, I just got excited.
I hadn't signed a customer all month. I signed 4 that night after watching The Secret, guys. Like,
nice. That's awesome.
Your mindset is 95% of this business, at least. It's so important. Like, you can message 500 people, but if you're like, nobody wants products, nobody wants to join my team, nobody wants this, nobody's going to want it. But when I message people, I'm like, I'm so excited to talk to these people and hope and get the products. And I get like 20 responses, and they're like, what is it? What is that?
That's awesome. So, okay, this might, like, be a dumb question, but I should probably know this. What do you mean you recorded affirmations? What do you mean by, like, your personal affirmation? Should I know what this is? Am I the only person that doesn't know what this is?
No, you're okay. I'll read this one. So at the beginning.
Well, like, what do you mean affirmations? Like,
so it's just like
for yourself, like what?
Yeah, like from The Secret, like they talk about, say those things like they've already happened. And so at the beginning of every month, I make my affirmations list of like what I want for that month and to come. So like for this month, it says, my name is Brittany Curtis, and I talk about my rank. I say I'm going to enroll 10 new distributors and 15 new customers this month because I am a mass enroller. I'm capable of anything I set my mind to. It works is exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I will be with this company forever. My team is full of rock stars and future ambassadors. My customers are obsessed with our products and order long after 3 months. I'm able to pay my bills and have plenty left over every single month to save. I am triple diamond, May 2017. I am a mass enroller. I am strong. I am motivated. I am independent. I am consistent. I am worthy of $10,000 plus income every single month. Money flows to me. I'm a child of God. I'm a good person, and I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. So that's like a really good way to start and end your day by saying that.
So you literally wake up every morning and say that?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get on my game.
And then like I
need to make some affirmations for myself.
I recorded a much longer version of that. Like I added
you just started going
a whole ton to that and just recorded myself. So I'm going to listen to that when I'm in the shower every morning.
Nice. I need to do that.
Yeah.
I never write stuff down. Like I have like my dream board that I made earlier this year and I like look at it because it's like hanging right in front of where I'm sitting right now. Like I never say this stuff out loud. It's so bad, huh?
So important. I met Jen Jackson, who's on here. She's a double diamond, and Jessica Diaz, who's presidential. Chris had a tournament in Ohio, and so it's like a 6-hour drive. I drove up there and met them. And Jessica told me that Jade used to sit in her floor and just scream like, "I'm diamond," as loud as she could, like in the middle of her kitchen. So I was like,
totally picture. Just like picturing Jade like running around the house psycho with like her hair crazy, like cats running around everywhere. Okay, that's great. So what is like your biggest tip for like someone who wants to go diamond? Because I think like a lot of people, what do we got here? I think like a lot of people are like, oh, like, you know, like I want to go diamond, like, oh, like, you know, like I can do that, like, and are like, you know, like excited about it. But I think that a lot of people don't realize like the amount of work you put in to get there and then like maintaining it too, like staying there. Like I know like the beginning of this year, from like January to the end of March, I like didn't sleep. I didn't hang out with like the kids or Jamie. Like I was always up in my office. I was always on my phone. I was always on the computer. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning every night. I was up at like 6:30 every morning. Like I just was like, I mean, like nonstop. So like when you, I mean, I know you're like, I'm sure you have people on your team that you're like coaching that like, you know, want to promote and whatever. So like, what's like your biggest tip for someone that's like preparing to go into that, like, let's go diamond?
Okay. I have a lot of tips. So
okay.
Biggest thing, be consistent. That list that I say is my minimum every day, that is my minimum. I don't go to sleep until that's at least that is done. You know, most days I follow close to 1,000 people, but on my busiest day, I do not follow any less than 500. On my busiest day, I do not message any less than 100. Like, you have to be consistent with that. And if you want to go diamond, if you want to go anywhere, your 3-3 rule has to be law. Like, has to be. I've posted my 3-3 rule pretty much since I started. Like, you cannot just not post your 3-3 rule. If you're not posting, you're not open for business. Like, you have to do that every day. So important. To me, I think ADBV auto ship should be law, because when I look at my team and I see people who have their auto shipment on, those are the people who are like, okay, I'm not wasting my $100 on these products. I'm going to bust my butt and sell these wraps. I'm going to bust my butt and get customers to make up for this. And those are the people on my team that are going places. Jade Hooper did not have the money to run her auto ship every month. And she freaking ran it, guys. Like, she made it happen every single month. So to me, there's no excuse. And the people on my team who make excuses and say they can't afford their auto ship and don't run it are my walkers. That's just how it is. Like, people who run their auto ship hold themselves accountable. They take their business seriously. So I encourage everyone to have their auto ship on. You know, it's usually $90 to $100. You can sell 4 wraps and pay for that. So that's really important to me.
Do you sell a lot of wraps? Do you?
I sell probably close to a box a month now.
Really? That's so good.
Yeah, I used to never sell them, and I talked to Haley about it because she's told me she sold about a box a month, and she just posts, I mean, almost every day and says, I mean, not every day because we don't leave our house every day, but hey guys, I'm out in Kingsport today. If you want to buy a wrap, I'll do, 1 for $20 or 2 for $36 or whatever, because you can't sell a wrap for less than $18. But she told me that because I put 35 one day, and I was like, oh god, that's against compliance. Thank you. I didn't know that, but yeah, you can't sell them. So you can
and you find that when you do that like local people will like grab a wrap from you?
Every now and then.
Sold like 3 wraps total, like single. I have so many boxes of wraps, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, if you do it every day, like almost every day, if you do it, I don't know, 10 or 15 times a month, just post a status on Facebook and tag your location, you'll probably sell a box a month.
That's a good tip.
Yeah, Haley taught me that. That was something that's really helpful. I sold 2 for
Now you're in roller?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a double diamond.
Awesome.
Also, stay organized. My daily goal is to get as many names in my planner as possible. So I'll just show you guys what my January is looking like right now with everyone I have to follow up with. Like, my goal every single day is how many of these boxes can I fill with people? And so I'll talk to people and they're like, oh, I don't have the money right now. And I'm like, okay, great. Do you want me to check back with you after the holidays? And they're like, yes. So, I mean, if someone tells you not right now, just don't be like, nobody wants this. It's slow season. Like, get excited. Like, I have over 50 people to follow up with in January.
That's awesome.
Like, just be excited about your business and just have that positive mindset.
Do you find it hard to message 100 new people every day, like that you haven't talked to before?
I have no problem at all. I message my followers.
Mm-hmm.
So I send them Emily and Stephanie's message, like the hey girl, no, this is random.
Yep.
That to about 100 new people a day. And every day I'll usually pick my strongest life post of the day at least and message everyone who liked that, because Chris and I had our engagement pictures done, and I posted one yesterday and it got like 300 likes. So I can scroll.
How many followers do you have?
I am following 5,431 people, and I have 6,243 followers.
Nice.
So a tip that Haley gave me, she said, I think it was a double or triple diamond on the cruise, told her this. I've never followed guys. It's weird. I don't know.
I don't either.
She said, like, just your average Joes, That's what she said. It corrects me up. Average Joes. Anyway. She said this girl follows guys, just like normal, random, normal guys. And then when they follow her back, she unfollows them. So, that makes your followers go up without following more people.
But then do you find that you're getting a lot of likes from, like, a lot of your likes on your pictures are from, like, random people that you wouldn't message?
Not a ton. I mean, it's definitely like when a guy scrolls through a news feed and sees a picture of a girl, he's going to like it.
Yeah.
I'd say it's gotten me 20 extra likes a picture. Okay.
So it's not like crazy. Like, that's like my thing. I'm like, if I like one of my distributors has like a really bad luck on Instagram with like creepy weird guys messaging her.
I think my profile's private, so when
hers is too.
When I follow them and they request to follow me back, if they look creepy at all, if they do drugs, if they have guns or anything weird, I just block them. Like, I don't let them follow me back. You just block them. And then if they look normal, if they talk about God, they have a girlfriend, anything like that, then I just let them follow me. Like, I don't let anyone, if they have anything remotely weird, or I'm a pretty good reader of people. If they look weird at all, I just block them. But I mean,
you filter the people that you're accepting their requests pretty good.
Yeah. So, I had one guy when I first started doing it message me and tell me how lucky my fiance was, and that was just such a beautiful person. And I was like, no, dude, you're other than that, I've not had any problems at all.
Okay. Sorry, I keep like interrupting your thing.
Also, talking to your team is so important. When I'm not talking to my team, they don't do much because they need your leadership. They need your motivation. If you want to go diamond, you have at least 24 people under you. At least, guys. Like, you have to be a leader. You have to keep your charts updated. So the last day of every month, I update my charts with everyone's volume because that's as high as it's going to be. I do it at 10 o'clock at night, usually. Yeah, Ashley's on my team and she needs accountability. Like, some days I'll be like, I need you to screenshot me the 100 messages you sent. She needs that. Like, she needs that accountability. And
she's asking for it, so that's not like micromanaging.
Yeah. So, I mean, sometimes I have to do that for her. I'm like, okay, you haven't gotten a customer in a while. Ashley, I need to see that you're messaging 100 people. Ashley, send me that. And then she gets customers. So, she just needs that accountability. But updating your charts. So if you want to promote, like when I was going diamond in March, well, first of all, I cried every single day. Like, I listened to fight songs. Every time I got in the car, I would literally scream fight song, and I would just cry all the time. I was either happy crying or sad crying, or like, I don't think that I really believed that I deserved that income. So it was really overwhelming to me because, between mine and, because Chris went emerald and I went diamond. So we made like over $3,000 in 1 month. And I'd never made that much money in my life. So that was really overwhelming for me.
Girl, I remember when we got, when prelims posted in April from March's commissions, and Jamie went emerald that month too. And I cried to him and I was like, I don't care what I've done in my life for work, not bartending, not accounting, not doing hair, like nothing. I've never made this much money in a month of my life. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
a mess.
So important. Like when I went diamond that month, I took my charts with me everywhere. They were in my backpack, they were in my purse, they were in my planner. They never left my side. My team would message me, hey, got a 30 BV order, put it under this girl. I'd erase it. I still have the chart that I had from that month, and I erased how much volume I needed so many times that it's like almost a hole. And I started the month like 3,500 away, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was like we had 10 days left, and that's when people still used Periscope. And Jade was periscoping in her hot tub, and I put, I'm 1,697 from diamond. And I'd never had, like, Jade and I had never spoken at that point. And she said, oh my gosh, you're so going diamond this month. And I broke down. I was like, well, I have it recorded on my phone. I was like, Jade Hooper said it, so it's happening. I don't really
Yeah. I feel like the day that I promoted to diamond, I woke up that morning and I think I still needed like 1,600 like that morning. And I was like literally my phone, Jamie's phone, the iPads, the computer, like on Facebook, Instagram, text messages, like just messaging everyone. I was like, I'm filling this volume. Like, it's happening.
I think I had, I talked to all my family, and even the ones that were skeptical. I was like, look, I'm getting a $20,000 bonus. Like, please just order something. Like, that would help me so much. And I had like 6 family members order something. So I, begged and pleaded, but they ordered, so it was okay.
I mean, I feel like it's okay to like beg family. Like, you need to order. You're ordering. I'm like, Mom, I need you to order like your next 2 months worth of product tonight.
I had my mom ordering, my dad ordering, my stepmom, my stepdad, my grandma, my aunt, my
everyone,
another cousin, like my step grandma, everyone. I'm not even joking, guys.
I believe you. Because I remember.
Yeah. So what I do at the beginning of the month, I didn't do it today. I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. I watch The Secret. That's a great way to start your month off fresh. Just like get those positive thoughts in your head and just know that you can do anything. Any person that you look at in this world that is rich, that's a millionaire, that has money, they manifested that into their life through The Secret. I promise you they did. So you have to believe you're worthy of that. Constantly be reading a book. Books that I've read so far, The Secret, Girl Code. Jen let me borrow her Audible, and Girl Code was, it's like all female entrepreneurs. It was amazing. Rhinoceros Success was a little cheesy, but it was a really good book. It was really good.
What is it called?
Rhinoceros Success.
You're going to have to send me this list of these books. I need to read a book on Audible. What did you say you listened to on Audible that was really good?
Girl Code. I also listened to Rhinoceros Success on there. Basically, he says there's two kinds of people. There's rhinos and there's cows. So it's really good book. It's
okay.
Jen, I believe you. I know she's listened to.
Who did?
Jen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You Are a Badass. A must. What I'm reading right now, guys, Compound Effect. Oh my God.
So good.
So I kind of got in a little bit of a funk. I don't know if it was this month or like the end of last month, like nothing near what I was this summer. I was just like, I was still enrolling. I was just down on myself. And Haley sent me Kim Touchton. She's an ambassador Diamond Herd. The Time I Went Through the Mud video. If you've never
Such a good video.
So good. I was listening to it every single day when I got in the shower. And she talked about the compound effect in there. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to order this book.
That's why I got that book after I watched her video. And I'm like, I have to listen to, and they had it on Audible. And I used my credit and I got it and I just finished it.
Yeah, I'm only like 20 some pages in, but
really good.
It's so good, guys. And he just talks about like how our grandparents understood you have to work hard consistently every single day to get where you want to be. And our generation has kind of lost that. A lot of people join this business and a month in, they've not done anything, but they're not a millionaire. So they're like, oh, this is a scam. I'm quitting. I'm done. This doesn't work. But it does. Like, you can't expect to go Ambassador Diamond in 10 days if you don't do anything. So
true.
He talks about how it's just little tiny things that you do every single day, little tiny changes in the long run make all the difference in the world. And you may not see it for, a year, 2 years, 3 years, but at the end of that time period, your life is going to be completely different than it was.
Did you get to the part where he's talking about like the 3 different guys?
Yes, I already read that. That was like at the very beginning.
Yeah, very beginning. So he talks about these 3 guys, and they're all like pretty much like exactly the same, and each one of them makes one small change, like a super small change that like you wouldn't think on a daily basis is like whatever. And then he talks about where all 3 of those people wind up like 2 years down the road, and how much that one thing that they changed, even though it was so little, completely turned them all in like completely different directions. And it's just like so crazy.
It's actually really short if you guys want me to read that part.
Was it? I felt like he talked about it forever because I listened to it on Audible.
Well, it's like there's a chart. So basically one of them, actually, I want to read this magic penny part. It's short. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys this question. If you were given a choice between taking $3 million in cash this very instant and a single penny that doubles in value every day for 31 days, which would you choose? You can put it in the chat down there and be honest. Like, which one would you choose?
I for sure would have taken, what is it, like $1 million? $3
million or a single penny that doubles in value every day for 31 days.
I would say the $3 million.
Okay. So, okay. So he says, of course, that the penny will lead to greater wealth, yet why is it so hard to believe that choosing the penny will result in more money in the end? Because it takes longer to see the payoff. Let's look closer. So let's say you take the cold hard cash and your friend goes the penny route. On day 5, your friend has 16 cents. You, however, have $3 million. On day 10, she has $5.12 versus your big bucks. How do you think your friend is feeling about her decision? You're spending your millions, enjoying the heck out of it, and loving your choice. After 20 days, with only 11 left, Penny Lane only has $5,243. How is she feeling about herself at this point? For all of her sacrifice and positive behavior, she has barely made more than $5,000. You, however, have $3 million. Then the invisible magic of the compound effect starts to become visible. That same small mathematical growth improvement each day from the compounded penny is worth $10,737,418.24 on day 31. $10 million.
That's so crazy.
Versus your $3 million. So, and then he just talks about how that is a good example of why consistency is so important, guys. Like,
right.
Don't give up on your business. Like, just keep working. Like, I have about a million tips for if you want to go dive. But a big thing for me is I have really bad anxiety. I've always had anxiety. I used to take medication for it, and it would make me have night terrors. And if you guys know what those are, like, you know you're dreaming and you can't wake yourself up. Like, I would feel myself gurgling in my throat. So I was like, I cannot take these medications anymore.
That's awful.
I got off those. I started going to the gym. It helped a little bit, but I still had anxiety. So when I started this business and found confidence and it was all natural and had no side effects, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. So I cry all the time. Like, Chris, when he leaves, like he left today, we've been together since I was 15 years old. So he's just like my person. Like, I feel like I'm a pretty independent person, but being here by myself where I'm a home, like I'm a homebody. I love to be at home, but I don't like to be home alone. So when he leaves, like, that takes a toll on me. Like, I was sad most of the day today, and then I have to just do my personal development and pick myself up and go. So you can either use your anxiety or depression or whatever as an excuse and lay in bed all day and say, well, I have all these issues and I can't do this. Or you can say, this scares the crap out of me, but I'm not going to be where I am a year from now. I'm going to work my butt off. Like, this time next year, I want to be presidential diamond, and that's where I'm going to be. Because on these days that I feel like crap when Chris is gone, and I just want to lay in bed and watch America's Next Top Model and do literally nothing, I'm going to watch it in the background and message 500 people and sign 5 customers until I feel better. So whatever is causing your anxiety, a lot of people have anxiety. Use that and let it fuel your fire. Like, it sucks. Like, anxiety sucks. I cry a lot, guys. Like, I'm a very emotional person, and I got to diamond. So you can do anything you set your mind to. You just have to believe that you're worth it.
I love that. Anything else for us?
One thing that's really helped me, I don't know if you guys have a MacBook. Direct message for Instagram is the name of the app. I have never been organized with my follow-ups on Instagram ever. And I downloaded that, and I went from the time I started, and I'm up to a month ago now, because I've been doing it for probably about a month, a little over a month now.
Yeah.
And I've just followed up with everyone, and people who didn't respond, I deleted the message and sent new ones. And people who unfollowed me, I just deleted that.
Yep.
Through everything. That is life-changing. If you don't have a MacBook, you just need to go get a MacBook.
Go buy a MacBook.
No,
Jess just got a MacBook. I think because she really wanted the direct messenger app.
Oh my gosh.
That was like what put her over the edge to go get it. But Amy actually is the one that had posted in the Boom Time about that thing and about that app. And when she said she found it, I was like, I need it, I'm getting it. And then we kept talking about it, and Jess was like, wait, like, I need this app. Can I get this on my computer? And we're like, no. So, like, as soon as she got her Mac, I'm like pretty sure she didn't set anything up. She was just like, which app is this that I need to download? Can you send me a picture of what it looks like?
Jessica, did you need me to say those books again, or did you get them all down?
Okay. She's good. She's on her game. Yeah, no, that app is amazing. Do any of you guys have any questions for Brittany before we hop off? Woo, you can unmute yourself if you want. Nope, this is so awesome. Perfect.
Okay, Basically, how you enroll 14 plus customers a month or distributors, whatever you want to be a master enroller in, you have a positive mindset, you stay consistent with everything I talked about every single day, and you will get there. And if it takes you 3 or 4 months, keep being positive and keep being consistent. If it takes you 5 years. Something I ask people all the time about joining that don't have the $99. I'm like, if you can be a millionaire in 5 years, is that not worth it to you? Like, just be consistent, guys, and like you'll get there. The average time to get to ambassadors 5 years, and a lot of people are getting there more quickly now. Like,
Yeah. It's so crazy. I know Jamie and he's actually sent me a post this morning. He's so funny. He has so many friends on Facebook. I'm like, who are you? He has like almost 3,000 friends. I have like 1,200. And he's like, yeah, this girl posted this morning, and so I stole it, and then I blocked her because she was like an It Works distributor. But it was like, what did it say? It was like, sugar, where's my text with him? It was the post that says, oh, there are 8 ranks in It Works. If you promoted once a year, that's 8 years. Think about this. In 8 years, you will be making $585,909 a year. Doing what you're doing now. And it's like nobody. Like, I say that all the time. Like, dude, like, even if it took me 5 years to get to triple diamond, I'm never going to go find a job somewhere where I'm going to make $10,000 a month. It's just not going to happen. I think, like, I mean, God, I was like working and going to school I was working full time and going to school full time. I was working as a pharmacy technician, and I think I made like $13,000 a year. I think I made like 14 grand one year, and I was like, shit, like I made so much money this year. And now I'm like, well, that's a joke.
Yeah. For me, like with going to PT school, you know, with my doctorate, I had a guaranteed job at VA. Do you guys know what VA is? I'm assuming you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
The VA.
So that's like a good job. You know, you have good benefits, but with my doctorate, and I would be making like 50 or 60,000 a year, working 9 to 5 every day, and I would have to take out at least $150,000 in loans because school was $80,000, and I need money to live off of while I can't have a job for 2 years. So, you know, I'm going to be making what I would with my doctorate in February. So, you know, my family doesn't know that I'm not going to PT school yet. I told them that I did the interview and didn't get in, which I didn't do the interview. I hate to lie to my family, but they just don't get the vision yet. So I'm taking time to get to where I want to be, and then I'm going to tell them. But you cannot go get, like, we make more than doctors. Like, ambassadors make more than a doctor does, guys. Without, like, $300,000 in student loans and 10 years in school.
I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching one of Christina Watts's videos on YouTube, and she was like screen sharing and showing like eSuite and like how you check your commissions. And like, she wasn't like, I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe it's not something I would have done, but like whatever, to each their own. But like, you could totally see what like her commissions were for like the months when she was showing you how to look. And like, we're like 64, 9 something. I'm like, dude, if I made $64,000 in a month, I think I would freaking die. Like, can you imagine transferring that into your bank account? And like there's so, how many ambassadors do we have in our company now? It's like insane.
Yeah, we have less than 100 ambassadors, guys. Like, think about that. That's not a lot of people. We have 3 black diamonds and less than 100 ambassadors. And something that really resonated with me is Haley. She's met Pam several times, but she met her on the cruise. And Pam was talking about how, you know, they're looking for their next generation of ambassadors. And if you guys don't know, if you're not Ambassador Diamond, you can't hold the mic. Like, they hold it for you. And so Haley walked up to Pam and said, "Hey, I'm Haley Price, and I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be one of your next ambassadors." And Pam said, "I can't wait to hand you the mic."
That's awesome. I didn't know that they don't hand you the mic if you're not an ambassador. I never even paid attention.
I didn't either till she told me that.
This It Works conference is going to be me and Jamie's first corporate event. We didn't go last year. We watched it from home, and then we didn't go to green carpet, and I got a spot on the cruise, but I didn't go because I couldn't take him, and I get really bad anxiety too. And I was like, if I don't earn, if I can't go and take him, I can't go.
Well,
I physically can't.
Chris went, a bunch of us went to an It Works U in Atlanta because I don't even remember how many hours it is from here, but we went, and that was life-changing for my business. But Chris is not going to conference, but I have Haley and Jen and Meredith and Hannah Frazier and people that I'm close to. And this is my first trip without Chris since my cousin passed away that I told you guys about. And I was throwing up every 5 minutes that trip. But I have confianza, and my best friends are going to be with me. So I think that God made Chris unable to go for a reason, because I need to learn to do things on my own, I think.
Well, it'll be good for you then. And you're looking at it from that perspective is awesome. That's just such a good outlook to have on everything. So
you have to motherly hug me a few times and be like, "You're fine, we're good." But I think I'll be okay. Yeah, and Jessica Diaz will be there, and she's such a yellow personality. She's such a mom,
perfect. So she'll just love on you.
So Jen and Jessica are both mommies. They'll take care of me.
Then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this for us tonight. We're gonna. Anyone who's staying on to go over the charting stuff with me, do that. I'm going to end the recording, and then I'll get this recording over to you. I don't know how I'm going to get it to you. Can I?
You can just upload it on YouTube.
Okay, I'll just upload it to my YouTube page.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then I'll just send you the link.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
All right. Thank you so much. And I know there's a couple of you that are staying on. So whoever is not going over charting with me, just log yourself off.
Bye.
All right. Good night, guys. Thank you.